And we are ready to go on to sentence fixers. Directions. Circle the errors in the sentences. Rewrite correctly. So I'm going to read it out loud, and then I'm going to talk about each part that we should fix. No, yelled Mom. The big white dog was standing in the muddy pond. He was covered in mud, soaking wet and smelly. Mom was not happy because the dog just came back from Puppy Suds, the dog grooming place. The big white dog got out off the pond, went to Mom, and shook the muddy water all over her. We've got some grammar to fix. We also have some spelling. When our mom is yelling, she's probably doing it excited. So by our no, we're going to circle that no. It should be a capital letter and an exclamation point comes after it. Because if our mom is yelling no, she's probably using a higher voice. And on both sides, we're going to do quotation marks. So two apostrophes on each side. So no, yelled Mom. We're going to put a period after Mom because that finishes that thought. And since we put a period, we know we have to capitalize the next letter. So the is the next word, and we need to put a capital T for the. Big white dog was standing in the muddy pond. That finishes our sentence. The big white dog was standing in the muddy pond. So after pond, we need to add punctuation. It's not an exciting sentence. It's not asking a question. It is a statement. So we're going to use a period. And we know after a period, our next sentence starts with a capital letter. So we're going to circle he and start it with a capital letter. So far we have no corrected with an exclamation point and not apostrophes, quotation marks, my bad. And then we have a period after ma. We have capitalized the because it starts a new sentence. We have added a period after pond. And we have capitalized he because it starts a new sentence. He was covered in mud, soaking wet and smelly. He was covered sounds a little funny. Since we have the word was, covers isn't present. It happened in the past. So he was covered. So we're going to circle covers and right above it, C-O-V-E-R. We're not going to have that S. We're going to change that S out for an E-D. So now we have he was covered in mud, soaking wet and smelly. We're going to put a period after that because it is a statement. We weren't asking if he was covered in mud. We weren't yelling or excited that he was covered in mud. We're just simply saying he was covered in mud, soaking wet and smelly. So since we put a period, we know we have to capitalize the next word. The next word is mom. So go ahead and circle mom and put a capital M-O-M. Now, they have wasn't, W-A-S-N-O apostrophe T. So the person that wrote this sentence probably forgot that when we're making contractions, we trade out some letters for our apostrophe. They kept all the letters, and we have to trade some letters out for our apostrophe. So we're going to cross out that O in wasn't because that O we already traded for an apostrophe, and wasn't is spelled W-A-S-N apostrophe in the sky, T. And the next word is happy. And we know that I and Y can sometimes make the same noise. In this case, they used I. And happy is spelled with a Y. So we're going to circle happy, and it should be H-A-P-P-Y. So mom wasn't happy because the dog just came back from Puppy Suds, the dog grooming place. So after mom wasn't happy, we're going to put a comma. We know to use that comma because there is because in the sentence. And as long as the first part of the sentence makes sense, we will add a comma. So Mom wasn't happy could be a sentence in its own. But we're going to put a comma and continue the sentence with because the dog just cames back. Cames back sounds funny. We don't say just cames back. We would say just came back. This is showing that it happened in the past. So Mom wasn't happy because the dog just came. So no S. C-A-M-E. We're going to circle came and write C-A-M-E. So the dog just came back from Puppy Suds, the dog grooming place. So Puppy Suds would be like our PetSmart, which is a specific dog grooming place. So if it is a specific place, it is a proper noun, meaning it should start with a capital P for puppy and a capital S for Suds so that we show that it is a proper noun in a specific place. Back from Puppy Suds, the dog grooming place. And then we need to add punctuation. We're not asking a question. We're not really excited about anything. So we're making a statement which needs a period after place. And since we put a period, we have to capitalize the first letter of the next word, which is the. The big white dog got out of the pond, off the pond. Oh, something happened. Sorry, my computer screen went blank. The big white dog got off the pond, went into Mom, and shook the muddy water all over her. So the big white dog gots. Gots is not proper. The big white dog got out of the pond because it happened in the past. We could have said the big white dog gets out of the pond, but this whole story happened in the past, so we're going to make it got. The big white dog got. So circle gots and make it G-O-T for got. The big white dog got off the pond, went into Mom, and shook the muddy water all over her. Well, you can't get off a pond because we can't stand on a pond unless it's ice. And I don't think it was ice if the dog got muddy. So instead of off, it should be the big white dog got out of. So they just accidentally put an extra F. So we're going to circle off and make it of, which is O-F. The big white dog got out of the pond, went to Mom. Went to Mom. Went to Mom does not sound right. The big white dog got out of the pond and went to Mom. So we're going to circle wented because that's not a proper word. And we're going to add the word and then we're just going to say went. And went to Mom and shooked the muddy water all over her. Well, shooked is not proper either. It should be went to Mom and shook the muddy water all over her. So we're going to circle shooked and cross out the ED because we don't need it. So I'm going to scroll past so you can see all of the corrections just in case you missed one. And after this video on your own time, you're going to rewrite the paragraph with all the corrections we made. On the back of your sentence fixers are your math facts. And we've been working really hard on our math facts. So I'm going to make a separate video just to go over these because I don't want you to just copy down while I read them. I want you to do the math facts and then use my video to check your math facts. So let's skip that page for now.